guys, thanks so much for coming. Mike really wishes he could have been here. He is in India meditating into the spirit world in some awesome and he told me a monkey stole his rain jacket. So, but he sends his best, and we have so much good stuff to show you. We're just going to dive right into it. So, just want to first welcome you guys. Thanks so much for coming. And yes, Steve, thanks for joining. Joaquin is a huge fan of both of the graphic novel and the series, so he was pretty stoked.
Thank you very much.
So, without further ado, do you guys want to see the first half of the Avatar? The episode that set this up aired last night, and
yeah, it was awesome.
Korra, so this hasn't aired yet. Korra has lost her memory and doesn't even know what the Avatar is. It's really kind of like.
Oh yeah, you spoiled it. Spoiler. It's okay.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's insane.
And she's dead. No. Actually, they were all dead the whole time. Back during Avatar, I think around the second season, I think it was around 2006 or something.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it just worked out. We didn't know how and when we'd be able to tell it, but it worked, wove into the Korra season, the book 2 story really well. So it was just, the timing was right, and the whole team did such a great job with that. That whole Chinese ink wash and Japanese woodblock style. We had to create, for us, this whole new style guide and background painting style and the elements, the stylization of all that stuff. And it was crazy. The Studio Mirror animated that episode in the second part, and they just did an incredible job. So we couldn't be more happy. Alright, so we have some questions for our actors here, and some of them were submitted from fans via the Coronation Tumblr. So Joaquin and I are going to ask these questions. Janet, you're up first. Super Sure Thing asks, what is the most memorable act of fan love you have ever received?
Oh my gosh. I love you!
That was it.
And we're done. I can't say that there's just one. I would say that to me, the fan art that's out there, not just stuff that gets handed to me personally, but stuff that I see that other people show me that's online that you guys are creating, I'm just so blown away by. I mean, that's not just about, people who are fans of mine, but just about fans of the show. I think the stuff that's being made by other people is just extraordinary and beautiful, and the time that goes into that, I mean, there's not just one, that stuff is out there, and it blows me away every time, so.
Yeah, and also we actually have hired 3 people in our crew that did fan art for Avatar and Korra before they hired on the show. So
Wow.
Speaking of fan art, and this is absolutely true, Mike and I created Avatar: The Last Airbender 11 years ago, 11 and a half years ago.
Yeah.
And before it was anything, before it was even a pilot, we had made a series Bible that's like a kind of a book that describes everything and shows our work. The first piece of Avatar fan art ever drawn was by my nephew Alexander, who was a little boy, and he's now 6'3". Stand up, Alexander. So much like you met the first Avatar 1, this is the first Avatar fan artist.
That's great.
Alright, we got a question from PJ. Alright, so
Avatar Orion. What are your thoughts on Eska and Momo?
I
think my wife loves the relationship. She loves the power that women have over me. I don't know, I guess there's a tip for everyone. If you're in a relationship like that, do not be in that relationship. I'm intimidated by her. I think it's the most unhealthy relationship on television. And as a woman, I hope to soon be out of it, but you don't know. I don't know. She owns me.
Awesome. Steve, were you familiar with Avatar: The Last Airbender and/or The Legend of Korra before you auditioned for Juan?
Actually, yeah, I was.
I mean, it's okay if you say no. It's
No, it really was. My friend Andy, who is responsible for putting me onto the Walking Dead comic before I even booked that, actually put me onto Avatar. He's like, you need to watch this. It's super good. And then as soon as I booked the thing, that's when I caught up on Korra. So I'm just glad to be part of this whole amazing thing. You guys are awesome.
Did playing when you found out it was for the first Avatar, did that like carry any weight for you? Were you a little nervous about the legacy?
Yeah, I mean, you guys set up something so cool, and all I could think of was, how am I gonna mess this up? And you know, you guys have been so gracious in like direction. Andrew is so amazing. You guys are so amazing. And, I don't know. The show, I feel like it's like a family show, like in terms of all you guys get together and like do creative work cohesively. So it reads on screen, so it's great. Awesome. Yeah, that's great.
Thanks, Stinky.
So Janet, you've been playing for 3 years. It's been a while now without us realizing how much time's gone by. How has it affected your career, your life, and what's been like the overall effect?
My bending skills have definitely gotten it's completely changed my life. This job is the best job in the world, and it's given me the opportunity to do a lot of traveling and get out there and meet you guys, meet fans of the show. I'm so inspired by the storytelling on the show. Nickelodeon's amazing. It changed everything. It's so funny. You think sometimes that there's going to be some job or like, well, I mean, I think for PJ and I both, doing on-camera and off-camera stuff, you don't know if maybe, at any point maybe you could be on a series like what Steve does, or, and so the fact that the most magical thing that's happened to me has been through Korra, I couldn't have seen coming, and it's better than anything I would have wanted for myself. So I just feel super privileged, and it's been a remarkable 3 years. I'm so grateful.
And in case you're confused, 3 years, it takes a long time to make a show. Joaquin and I have been on it even longer, so we've been working on the episodes. And Janet's recording book 4 right now, so that's how.
Wow.
ADR for 2, and then we do a little work on 3, and then we're recording 4, so we have no idea what's going on anymore.
And then they get interviewed and they're like, so what do you think about where Korra is right now? And they're like, where is she? So PJ, you are a very funny guy in real life, but you do acting work that ranges from comedic and silly all the way to like really serious and dramatic, right? What is it like to jump between such drastically different roles from day to day?
That's a great question. Who said that? Great question.
I asked you that.
Oh.
You speak out loud very well. Actually, what's it like? Okay, so I think it's great to do both, because let's say when I'm doing something in comedy, I'm reminded by the drama side to always be real and honest and true, and that always makes a joke pop more. And I think when I'm doing drama, I remember sort of the comedy side. It's like when you're doing comedy, you start to want to like let your elbows out and try new things and say lines different ways. When I'm doing drama, I try to let my elbows out, because you don't always have to say dramatic lines so intense and there's one way. There's certain ways to make it interesting. So I kind of use both in both roles. So they're always looking to be. But you always want to be honest and true, whatever you're doing, drama or comedy. And that is my answer to your great question.
Such a great answer.
Solid answer.
Yeah, I feel.
That's a great.
Thanks, Steve.
That's great advice.
You leveled them up.
Yeah.
Leveled up.
Steve and PJ knew each other actually before they both worked on this series.
Not that way.
Right after San Diego Comic-Con, PJ texted me a picture of them at a barbecue. He's like, no way!
problem.